Hello there and welcome to my YouTube channel, Julia McNeil Crafts. So today, as you may have noticed by the thumbnail, is time for another collab with Crafting Together with All Brands. So Crafting Together with All Brands is a Facebook group where we completely encourage mixing all your brands together. It's all about just using your crafty stash, getting it used, getting inspiration for the stuff that you've already got in your collection. And the admin team from that, we're going to be organising a regular collab, mostly probably about once a month, with various members of the admin and various guests that we have from time to time in that Facebook group. So this month we are all taking on the theme of May flowers. So I'm going to do a quick page in my journal, mostly because once again I'm being a last minute Annie. It wouldn't be me if I wasn't being that, but to be honest I have been rummaging around. I'm not even going to cut this properly. I'm not going to worry about it being straight. I'm just going to go for it and cut a approximate. I'm probably going to hide this anyway. Yeah, I have been down the road and for the old selly telly malarkey, and yeah, I've been packing orders all day. So yeah, it's bank holiday, I've had my daughter off school, so it's now 10 at night and I'm starting this now. So I am flying by the seat of my pants, but what I am hoping it will show you is sometimes we want to be creative, we know the benefits of being creative, it's good for us, but sometimes we maybe think that we need ages and ages, not ages and ages, but we need to have plenty of time to set aside to make something, and sometimes life takes over and we just don't. So I'm hoping that this will be me putting a very quick page together and just showing you that, you know, sometimes we can create very quickly, very easily, and not have to worry about it. I am a firm believer that all of us need to create, that it's just in us. You look at young children and they all create in one way or another, whether it's dancing, building with their Lego bricks, playing with Play-Doh, telling funny jokes that they make up themselves, telling stories. It's just a natural need in all of us to have a creative outlet, but it's something that maybe gets ignored a little bit from time to time because we find we grow up and we think that there's more important things. And yeah, I think having a little creative outlet and finding something. Oh, I'm waffling, I tell you, it's because it's late at night. I know what I'm trying to say, but the words are not flowing. I feel that having a little bit of time to be creative is as important as taking time out to go for a walk for your, you know, overall well-being. And so I think it is good to have ideas or tips for being able to create quickly if need be. So I am using all of those tips today. The first thing I am doing is I am working on a journal page, and there's already ink on it. So I always clean up my stencils, and if I'm working with stencils or things like that, I clean them up in my journal. So I'll spray a bit of water on them and clean it off on my journal, and then that way you don't have, there's already a bit of interest going on. I don't need anything else. The other thing that I do, and if you if you watch me or follow me regularly, you will be aware that I have a love affair with my bit box. And yeah, so what I have done tonight is I've sat, because I knew the theme is May flowers, and because I knew I would be working with flowers, I've just gone through my bit box and pulled out a whole load of images that are already stamped images that have got a floral theme. So I've just pulled them out. It's taken me maybe about 5 minutes or so just to sort of get them out of my box and put them in some sort of order beside me, and I am just going to use those now. Sorry, I've not unpacked properly from being in Tellyland, so I'm just Just using my acrylic block here as a blending mat. Not ideal, but you know, does the job. Yeah, so I've just gone and pulled out a whole load of images that have got a bit of a floral theme. I've got a bit of a background on my page already, and so I will be very quickly putting something together. I have seen I've had a little sneak peek of what some of the rest of the girls have done, and honestly, awesome stuff. So hopefully between us all, what we're trying to show you is that you can take one theme and give it to lots of different crafters. So no matter what your style, what your niche, you can still be inspired by the same thing and still come out with very, very different results. So I'm just putting some clouds on, not quite with the floral theme, but you know, it's Mayflowers, so Mayflowers are normally in the setting of the Great Outdoors. The Great Outdoors has clouds. I'm going with it. That works for me. That's a you know, a connection. So my idea with this page was just to sort of start with this sentiment, which is flowers are the music of the earth, and that's going to be the main focal point. So I just sort of stamped that out. So that is from the Blooming Bright. Sorry, things clashing all over. That's from the Blooming Sentiments stamp set, and so I was just wanting to make that that sentiment the feature, and then I'm building out from that. So I'm just going to give that a little bit of a doodly border. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I sort of get, it's like I've gone this far now, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do next. Part of me thinks I could just leave it as is, which is very, very quick and very, very simple, and sometimes that's nice, and part of me doesn't know. So what I am going to do is just frame it. I always recommend framing your work in some way, whether that would be it with a doodly border, whether it be with matting and layer. And what it does is it helps to draw the eye in, helps you see what's going on inside the page. So if you do that halfway through the project, sometimes if you're not sure where to go, it means you can get that same sort of focus too and look at it and think, is everything that's in the frame what I want? Am I happy with that? Or does it need something else? So sometimes I do it a bit sooner than at the end, and that's just so that I can get a little bit of focus with regards to what's going on. So I do have all the bits and bobs next to me. I'm just going to try laying a few extra pieces and seeing how that sits with me. Flowers in the clouds, absolutely. In my world, that is completely normal. I quite like that. I quite like that. What else do I have? I don't know whether to. I might just keep it like that actually. Oh. And just maybe have a couple of heart dangles. I think this is so very different from my normal style, and I quite like it. I think that's sometimes why it's quite nice to be challenged. Sort of been given a theme or been given a sketch, or it was a sketch we did last month. Sometimes just, yeah, working slightly differently to the way you normally do, it brings unexpected results. I automatically go to scene building every time I sit down to create, as if I flick through this journal you would see the bulk of it will be scenes. But every so often something different happens and you're like, do you know what, I quite like that. I'm going to stick the glue down here. Well, as you can see, I think I've been filming and I've waffled quite a lot of it for 9 minutes so far, and I'm pretty much done. So that kind of proves my point that I was making earlier, that even if we have busy lives, with a few tips and tricks, those are my main tips. Have a pre-prepared background from cleaning up your things, have a bit box so you've got embellishments to the ready and accessible straight away. You can take 10 minutes out of your day and create a beautiful page, and you will have you know, benefited yourself hugely from being creative in that day. So I'm just going to clear my desk so you can see this without the clutter. Okay, so that has me cleared my desk. That is my finished project. It's actually quite clean and simple. It does have that sort of touch of grunge with the background. As I said, I've had a sneak peek at what some of the girls have done. You are bound to be inspired, honestly. They are amazing women, incredibly creative. So please do check out the links. Everything will be in the description box below. There's loads of inspiration waiting for you. If you have enjoyed it here, please do consider liking and subscribing and hitting the notification bell so that you're notified when I upload. And I will be back with some more crafty goodness for you very, very soon. Okay, take care then, and goodbye.